I just couldn't believe it, and I was wondering why. Why would he shoot me?
She was shot by police during an incident over the summer.
Now a sailor is out of jail and talking about what happened that morning and how she's going to be firing back in court. The story has taken many turns over the past 3 months.
So let's start from the beginning. August 3rd, police are called out to an incident at an apartment complex on Glen Myrtle Avenue. Police opened fire when they say Jasmine Gillespie tried to run over the officer.
Then last Wednesday, after 3 months behind bars, Gillespie pleaded guilty to DUI in the case. It was enough to get her out of jail and talking about a lawsuit against the city of Norfolk.
And only 10 on your side's Jason Marks talked with Gillespie about what happened and the legal action plan. Jason.
Tom, a big lawsuit is coming. As you mentioned, Gillespie did get behind the wheel drunk. She admits that. She also pleaded guilty to hitting a woman with her car. But when the officer got on the scene, he didn't know any of that. So the question remains, what caused him to pull the trigger?
I just kept thinking I was going to die, and I didn't want to die.
It only took 3 minutes from the time a Norfolk police officer got to the Breezy Point apartment complex to the moment when his gun went off.
There was no police cars, there was no sirens, there was no lights, there was nothing to indicate the police was there at all.
Norfolk sailor Jasmine Gillespie was at the apartments for a party. At the end of the night, she was drunk, and there was a fight with another girl. She got into her car to drive away when somebody started pulling her arm. She thought it was the girl, so she never looked over to see who it was.
Next thing I remember, I heard something real loud. I go to step out of the car, but my whole left side is numb, so I fall out of the car, and I put my hand on the ground, and I looked at my hand, I saw blood, and I began to panic.
Gillespie spent almost 2 weeks in the hospital. The bullet ruptured her bladder. From there, another 3 months in jail, charged with assault on a police officer. Police told 10 on your side Officer M.A. Hudson fired because he felt as if she was going to hit him with her car.
I definitely feel like I was shot for no reason because I definitely wasn't being aggressive.
The charges against Gillespie were dropped during a preliminary hearing.
Bottom line is he used deadly force in a situation that didn't justify any force, much less deadly force.
Hudson, an 8-year veteran on the department, told the court he never identified himself as police. He was the only officer on the scene and never called for backup.
Car doors open, individuals sitting in the car, individuals making no threats to him, and he fires a shot at her. It's about as bad as it gets.
Now, Gillespie's attorneys are preparing to sue the city for what they call a clear case of excessive force.
The best course of action, because I couldn't pull her out of the car, was to shoot her. That's not his training. And if that's what it is, his training in Norfolk, they got a very serious problem.
Anybody could get shot again, so I just feel like if nobody takes a stand for this, then it could happen again.
Gillespie is still in a lot of pain today as she walks with a limp and could require years of physical therapy. In the meantime, the Norfolk Commonwealth's attorney is still trying to determine if the shooting was justified. All of this is happening as Officer Hudson remains on administrative duty. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
We put in calls to Norfolk officials about this impending lawsuit, and Police Chief Mike Goldsmith told us no comment, but at least he answered us. We never heard back from City Attorney Bernard Pishko. We contacted the Commonwealth's attorney, who tells 10 on your side that that office only handles criminal matters and would not be involved in a civil suit.